Kia ora koutou, I hope you're okay. I am going to do a video which will probably end in disaster, because usually when I try and film some kind of chart or graph or diagram, because I film things on my iPhone and have to hold it kind of horizontally, it all ends in disaster with thumbs and fingers across the lens and shakes and all kinds of things. And then I videoed one thing back along and it was upside down, and I still can't work out how to get it the right way around. So let's see what fun we have today with this. So this is a video that I'm making this video because I was looking for a video on this topic for somebody and I couldn't find one that I liked, so I thought I'll make my own. Of course, I may not necessarily like my own, but there we go. This is going to be full of tangents and digressions, by the way, as my videos always are, so please be warned, okay? If you want something snappy and concise, this isn't the video for you. Stop now and find something else. But we like to take our time and be a little bit more personal on this channel. So, the OK Corral. Now, I think I probably spelt corral wrong there. I think I spelled, is that how you spell coral, as in ocean coral? How do you say corral? So corral, you know, that's a kind of to do with cattle. It's a kind of wild western thing, and this is a pun on gunfight at the OK Corral. So this is about self-belief, what kind of position we take on how we think of ourselves and how we think of others. And this is part of a model of therapy called transactional, I nearly said transitional, but transactional analysis, or TA for short. So transactional analysis, this is, you probably come across this in some form or another, usually in the concept of parent, adult, child states. So that we all have three different ego states. It's actually more than that, but the first kind of taxonomy of this. I use the word taxonomy again. That's the second time I've used taxonomy. The most simple version, or basic version, is that we all have parent, adult, child states, and we go into different ones at different times. And when we interact with people, they're in different states as well, parent, adult, child states. So our parent, child might be relating to their child, which is when we're kind of in a one-up position. So that's why it's called transactional analysis, because it's about interactions between people, which is the transaction. So the transaction, one person does swap something or shares something or interchanges some communication with another person. So it's about that relationship, the communication between two or more people. So that's where you probably heard of transactional analysis. You probably heard of the concept of games and things as well. So this is part of the TA, or transactional analysis theory, which includes all sorts of things. It's quite a wide. It was started by a guy called Eric Byrne, who was a psychoanalyst, but it's been built on and developed ever since. So there's a huge kind of canon and body of knowledge associated with TA, including this, the OK Corral, which was created by a guy called Thomas Harris. Not Thomas Harris as in there's no livers or Chianti bottles involved in this one. So you've got two axes. One is, I'm going to try and attempt to point at the chart now, which is going to be asking for trouble. So this axis here is about how we relate to other people, and this vertical axis is how we think of ourselves. Okay, so what Thomas Harris thought was that we have although we might fluctuate on how we feel and how we operate in terms of these different positions, we're going to have one dominant one for ourselves and one for others. So you end up with a kind of a formula for how you relate to yourself and how you relate to others, which is kind of quite simple and snappy. There's kind of nice simplicity to this model. I would say I've got two positions on this, and that I fluctuate between the two, but I'm special and complicated and complex, and yeah, you see, put my thumb in front of the lens. So it's really simple. So let's look at this vertical axis first, how we relate to ourselves. So deep down, we are going to have a belief about ourselves might not necessarily be a conscious belief. It's likely to be partly conscious, partly unconscious. And we're going to kind of think that we're okay, or we're going to think that we're not okay. So a lot of people think they're not okay, which is a really sad thing, because self-esteem has been damaged in one way or another. A lot of people, thankfully, do think they're okay, and some people think that they're amazing and better than everybody else, which is not good. Grandiosity is not a sign of high self-esteem. Grandiosity is a sign of something else. But we'll kind of come on to that in a second. So where are you? Just think about that now. Ask yourself this question: which one do you fit in? Are you okay, or do you feel you're not okay? And I'm telling you, you are okay. Okay, even though I might not have ever met you. There's an old phrase that they use in 12-step recovery: God doesn't make junk. Okay, so even if you're an atheist, you can still enjoy that. So think about, where do you see yourself for the most part on that axis? You feel that you are okay, or you feel that you're not okay. Okay, and then think about, how do you view other people? So do you think that other people are generally bad? Do you dislike people? A lot of people do. A lot of people misanthropic. Often people that have been hurt a lot in life have a great difficulty with other people and don't like people. Lots of people say, I really don't think I need people in my life. Particularly people on the autism spectrum, very introverted people, often not that bothered by other people. But as we are a gregarious species, there's very few people that can healthily completely do without human contact. So, but how do you think about, it's called you because it's like other, it's the person that it's other people in general, but this can also be an individual, whichever way you want to look at it. But I suppose I'm looking at it more in terms of people in general, your attitude to people in general. So maybe think that you're okay, but you might think other people are not okay. And you might think that you're okay, but other people are okay. So the healthiest, this is according to the TA theory, the healthiest place to be, and this is where it gets really dangerous, and there's going to be lots of thumbs in front of the lens, because I need to grab coloured pens. I'm probably going to stick my thumb over the microphone and lose the sound or something. So bear with me. Live action, feel the tension. So I'm okay and you're okay is considered the healthiest place to be, because you've got a healthy attitude to other people. You don't see yourself as superior. You're not grandiose. You don't look down upon people. You see yourself as healthy, and other people, you see yourself in a healthy way and other people in a healthy way. So your interactions with people are likely to be good. So plus, you're okay. So, and then there's I'm okay. How am I going to do this? I'm okay, you're not okay. Which is, so it's good that you think you're okay, generally speaking, but it risks going for another colour. Can you bear the excitement of the live action video here? Well, it's not live, but you know what I mean. So there's a plus and a minus there. So I'm okay, you're not okay. So that could be the position if you are narcissistic, grandiose, look down upon other people, which ain't so good, okay? Not so healthy. In fact, because there's only really one healthy place on this diagram, really. So if you think that you're not okay, so if you come from that position, let's start here. So if you think you're okay, the other person is okay, you're not okay. Okay, I could get confused with things like this. I totally get it, but my brain just goes into an autistic kind of meltdown when I try and explain these things. So you're okay. The other person is okay, but I'm not okay. I've done the colours wrong on this, haven't I? Let's see where I've gone wrong. Never mind. You'll get it, won't you? You're getting it. So you're okay, but I'm not okay. So you view other people as superior to you. So that means that you're going to give away your power to other people. You're going to let other people make decisions for you, perhaps, or you're not going to challenge people. You're not going to be assertive. And this is kind of very much kind of one of the drama triangle roles. Drama triangle is something that is also part of the TA model. I'm not sure if I've done a video on that or not. I think that's one of the ones where I did a diagram and it all went nasty. So that's not great. And then probably the worst one, it's the worst possible combination, is you're not okay, I'm not okay. So you hate yourself and you hate everybody else. So what is your life going to be like if you've got that? That's going to be really difficult. You're probably going to be quite depressed. You're probably going to be quite angry. So that's not a great position to be in. So it's a useful tool for self-analysis and for kind of analysing other people or just seeing where people are coming from. Now, if you find that you're not in this healthy quadrant here, you're in one of these other quadrants, maybe even this one, you're not okay, I'm not okay. Do not despair, because there's a whole bunch of things that you can do about that and different ways of looking at that and therapeutic approaches to that. Not just from TA, but from a whole bunch of other therapeutic modalities. So there you go. That's the OK Corral in a nutshell. And we survived. I'm not going to touch any more pens or do anything clever. I will just do one final little digression, because I like a digression. You can switch off now if you don't want to hear the digression. So just notice the spelling of your. I've actually done a video on the spelling of your, because nobody these days, and this is a little rant of mine, spells your as in you are correctly. But I've done a video on that, which is also something that I used a chart for and I made a real dog's breakfast of. So if you're looking for a laugh and you want to see me make a mess of charts and get them upside down and get in a muddle, check out those other videos. I probably won't use a chart for a long time, so I don't want to push my luck. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If this has made you laugh, or even if it's kind of enlightened you in any way, then please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, please give a nice comment, please consider supporting us on Patreon, and huge thanks to you, and Rangimarie.